Good morning. My beard's doubling again. Splitting it, make it look like a forked tongue.
He's one way from home.
Huh?
Tag on the truck says South Dakota.
South Dakota. Hey guys, how are y'all?
Did we read that right?
What?
It says you can only go one way.
Oh no. One way.
Let's see what this guy does.
Hey.
Yeah.
So how is everybody today? Mr. Robert, how are you?
See, he did it too.
And they got one-way streets here. I don't like that. Wait a minute. It says... No, it just says that you can turn that way. It doesn't say you can't turn this way.
Go on the other side.
Go on the huh? Go on the other side of what? The other side of what? No. Okay, where am I going?
You're gonna get in this lane.
This lane? Guys, the other road. Nina's got the first light. Sorry, I haven't been able to do.
Miss Lena?
Oh yeah. She's out of.
Yeah, she.
How did the thing go on the surgery? Obviously, you're okay, sorta. You're on mine.
She was already dumpster diving.
She's already dumpster diving?
I've seen it.
Oh, well then, praise God, it worked out perfect. But sorry I haven't been able to do very many videos lately. We get up early in the morning and head to work, and the boss is always right there, so, and he don't want to be on camera, so I haven't had a chance to do video during the day. Tell me, where am I at? Oh, wait a minute, I know where I'm at. I seen that. That's the road we come in on.
We're gonna take a right here.
You gotta drive like a NASCAR driver just to keep up the traffic around here. In that lane until after that car moved.
Where the auto
Where the auto's on it. Oh man, I didn't even get the. I do know it's O2 sensors that are on. That's got the check engine light.
way down the corner.
I didn't see that speed bump. Sorry. I guess that's what the speed bumps are for, huh? Tell you. Hey, you're going too fast. Dollar Tree. We're gonna go and pick up some groceries and some stuff like that. But oh, yeah.
Out afterwards, the pain was complete. I can imagine going through that.
Yeah, I don't know about the surgery. Believe it or not, I've never ever had a surgery. I've had broke fingers, broke arms, broke legs. I've had where I muscles off of my my vertebrae in between my shoulder blades, and fractured the fractured it there, and then I had it where I broke close to the tailbone on my lower back. I've had all of that, but I have never had any surgeries and never been put under. Never. The closest I've ever been to put under was when a buddy of mine got a hold of one of those tanks of laughing gas. And that's a whole nother story in itself. I have to tell you, that was hilarious. It was one of the craziest rides ever. And I am very, very glad that video, because I think I was 19, 20 years old. Maybe, no, I was a little older than that. I think 21. But anyway, that video that I did of us messed up, Sour Diesel, Tommy Greenhouse. He must be streaming me. I'm not under Tommy Greenhouse, am I?
No.
Or Shepherd's Greenhouse? Okay. Making sure.
Nope.
But anyhow, yeah, I'm glad that video somehow got erased or is no longer around. I haven't. But that was back in the day. That was back way before MySpace. That was. Let's see.
Cool name, though.
What? What was a cool name?
Jaw provides me bread. If they
There
ever
you go.
gotta kill the nerves in your back, let them put you to sleep. That was torture.
Oh, I bet. I've never had to have any nerves killed. I'm glad I didn't. Well, I tell you what, when broke my lower back there, and they had that cast thing that went from about my ribs to halfway down my upper thighs, that was the most uncomfortable thing ever to have to wear. That was bad. That was even worse than cast. You know, when they cast your arm or your leg, those suckers, man, they get itchy. You're there with clothes hangers and everything, trying to, come on. Trying to,
Stinks too.
yeah, they stink. You know, I never went back and ever had a cast taken off. I've always taken them off myself.
I've never broken anything.
I've broken a bunch. I've just never had a surgery ever. Never had a surgery and never been put under, except for put myself under with that laughing gas. That was.
I don't think that counts.
I don't think it counts either. But I don't know. I was out all night.
What? I'm not saying that name is.
I tell you what, tell us some stories about your experience with Sam Cadillac. Is he really on that? Well, yeah, that is asking me to speak badly about another person. No, I don't really have anything bad to say about him. I mean, we don't get along perfectly, but who does? We have differences, and who doesn't? I mean, he's got a kind heart. I will say that much. And as far as stories, you pretty much you want to see the best story I got with Sam? Watch my other video. Watch a couple of my older videos, and you'll see when the video when I mentioned flat Earth.
Yeah.
The first video when I mentioned flat Earth. So you want to see good story? There you go. But yeah, don't ask me to speak badly about another person or
That guy's the troll. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Bobby. Bobby's in there. What's up, buddy? That guy's a troll. Yeah, I kind of tell by his name, and you know what? I know. I don't know exactly who that is, and if you're gonna ask me to be talking bad about somebody, or even that the name is kind of rather offensive. You know, just
Yeah.
I'd rather not even.
Hey, people, peace.
It's Sam. You think it's Sam? It might be. He might be messing with me.
Ba-ding.
Oh.
Thought it was my daughter.
No, I thought it was somebody messaging me to tell me that it was them.
Hey, Mr. Roger, how you doing?
Mr. Roger Gaines, how are you? So, anyway, the work's going great. The guy I work for, he's a really good guy. He's kind of peculiar, but I like him. He's all right guy. We're we drive it seems like an hour or so every day, and we end up going down the coast to go to work and stuff, so I can't complain. I get some really neat scenery every morning, and you know.
No, we don't want you to speak badly. We just want your honest, unbiased, unheld back opinion. Would you hang out?
Would I hang out with Sam again? Oh yeah, of course. You gotta learn how to know how to deal with people and understand where they're coming from and why they're different, you know, and why they, you know, and you know, once you understand all of that, then and you have nothing but love in your heart, which is, you know, the love that God gives us. And, you know, it's the very spirit of God. It's the very essence of God is love. And, you know, if you approach every situation and every different person, and it turns out it doesn't really matter the differences. You understand that, and out of love, you kind of overlook a lot of it. And, you know, yeah, me and him doesn't get along the greatest, but yeah, I would definitely, yeah, Sam's just Sam, exactly. And I would definitely hang out with him any day. You know, if he's around, matter of fact, if he's in the area or something and he gets a hold of me, more than welcome. I'd meet up with him somewhere and hang out, you know, not a problem.
That the way you just said that sounded like Sam.
What?
Glad to see you're working, Tommy. Now save your money.
Yep.
Get your vehicle leave.
Yep. Matter of fact, I just went to the auto parts place, got me some fuses for my blinkers to fix that. I found out how much the box is, and I'll get that within the next few days, because it's not much, so that I can excuse me, so that I can actually wire in for the lights and get it right where it won't blow my bulbs and stuff. I got all of that situated. I found out why my check engine light's on. It's O2 sensors, so I know where I've got to go to, you know, what I've got to get taken care of there and everything. I'm working on it. I got to get, you know, little by little. I've got a couple hundred saved, and I've got I don't know, about $40-50 to do some things with today, but I've got like 200 saved, so I've got to save as much as I can, because this job is just, you know, we're actually not too far from being done, and as soon as we're done, then I've got to go and find something else. But if there's any kind of transition time, a few days to a week or whatever, I've got to be able to withstand to do that. At the same time, I'm wanting to take that time frame to get in the vehicle and either go get it legal in Arizona, or go and try to get everything situated here, which is what I really need to do, is just do it here in California. That way I'm not having to go all the way over into Arizona and stuff. But I gotta get the car fixed up right and get everything situated. I'm working on it. I've got so far I'm 200 in the plus side of what I need to do. I'm not sure exactly how much it's going to cost, but
he's doing it.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, you ready?
Working long days and that's why we decided to take today off. We were going to work today, but me and Mr. Boss Man, which he just doesn't want to be on camera. He doesn't really care if y'all know who I work for or anything. But if he truly feels that way, I'll let him tell you who I'm working for, because he's in here from time to time.
Let's go to Washington. Let's go to Oregon. Come on, I'm too far behind. I'll hold on. I'll wait.
Well, you'll be waiting for a little while to be going to Oregon and Washington. If I can keep work here, I'm gonna settle down for a while. Now if I can't, no, I'm not getting that motorhome. But now if I can't find work here and stuff, I do plan on going north. But dude, there's so many opportunities here. I don't see me not finding work here.
Roger's hands are going out.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, Roger.
His hands are. Remember how they used to swell?
Yeah. Yeah, he says they're pretty much gone now. He says he's got very, very minimum use of his hands now.
Settle down there, Tommy, and wait for the email that you know you're waiting for.
Huh?
Bobby Light.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out, and as soon as if we figure out we're hoping to maybe be able to rent this garage thing or find somewhere that is like really cheap to where we can save up money and start to get the material that we need and tools that we need and everything else, because
we need to check on that one. In order to
go off, in order to leave out and go off grid the way I'm wanting to, and to do what I'm wanting to, I have to have supplies. I have to have tools, and there's no reason why I shouldn't be working, get the money, and buying the stuff that I need and getting it all together while I'm still able to. I'm not decrepit or nothing, so ain't no point in. But boy, I tell you one thing, it's hard to get help to get started, and I'm so thankful that somebody gave me a shot at it and found out that I am a good worker, and I'm very glad that he is
taking a chance.
No, that I'm so glad that he likes my work.
Yeah.
I'm very, very thankful that he likes my work. We get along as well as we do. Don't give me that. You're not stealing my lighter.
While you wait for other brothers to prepare.
Mm-hmm. 6,000. You can get one of those cabin shells. Finish it yourself. Yeah, that would be neat. But actually, we're wanting to build our own. When we do go off grid, we're wanting to really build our own thing. I'm thinking more closer to the for the insulation purposes and everything. The style of the Hobbit houses is what it. I know it sounds funny. Y'all can laugh all you want to, and I know I'm going to get all kinds of trolling for it. But seriously, I would like to, get up in the hills and be able to build like a Hobbit house type thing. I'm gonna love him once he get there.
Oh, Lena's seen the haunted houses. He wants to dig it out of the mountain. We're just gonna pull up to the side of somebody's hill and start digging into their hill.
Yes, the hardwood floors are amazing. I'm not sure about as easy as they used to be. This is not the easier version of it, but
Google this.
platinum wedding cake. What did you do? You go back to the dispensary, Sam? Platinum wedding cake. That comes from that guy that delivers. Matter of fact, I got his card right here. See?
Whimsical Huts. Yes. We looked that up the other night.
What
Whimsical Huts. Or I did.
Googled it. Oh yeah. The Whimsical Huts. Those are neat. I like the Hobbit ones. The ones you dig them into the to the side of the hillside, and then once you build it, you cover the top of it. Then you put about 6-8 inches of dirt over the top, and then you grass back over it, and
voila.
And it basically it insulates the whole house. There's some Hobbit houses, and yeah, that would be neat to see. The water systems and your dwellings units will be able to expand upon your going from that point. Yep.
Yep.
Things to it. Yep.
That's all down this way.
Yep, and that's the whole object of it. We want to learn how to and build a habitat that is kind of really, really hard to see, naturally camouflaged, because it's a good thing to prepare for something like that. Now, I'm not saying anything's going to happen anytime right away, but the signs are there. The signs that were prophesied years and years ago are there, and whether it happens in our life knowledge is great to have. But I mean, just think, if the whole world collapsed and you end up in a situation where there's war here, and it's not too crazy to believe that there could ever be a war here. That's been them before, and there's war in other countries. One day there could be one here, and you get a bunch of people out here that's looking to just it would be a good thing to know how to do, to go way off in the woods, be able to build your own house and sustain and live there while the chaos of the world is around you, but yet live there and be kind of undetected. And that is why I'm fascinated with the going off grid thing, and I want to keep doing that, and eventually I will get a spot to go off grid, whether when we go up that way, or even if which way we end up, wherever God sends us, we'll end up going
what
did I miss?
I'm going inside. I got to go TT. I wonder if they have a bathroom.
What? Yeah, that would be cool too. And I would love to on there. I have so many different ideas and designs in my head that I just want to get out there and be able to start on one, build one, and then jump onto something else. I would love to build like a little Hobbit house, and then eventually build a tree house, build all of this stuff. I love doing that stuff, and it's a good thing to do and stuff. But for right now, I mean, it's kind of we don't have the material to go off grid or anything. So for right now, it's work and get the material that we need, and then like on the weekends, of course we're not going this weekend, but most every weekend we'll take off and we'll go and practice our skills as far as getting out in the woods, going off grid, and building. They have a lot of series on bushcraft, which is what I watch a lot of. Uh, and it's just simply watching guys out in the woods building some crazy stuff. We'll go find a bathroom. I'll meet you over here in a minute. Are you storing food? I have prepped. No, I'm not. I haven't prepped with any of that. And my theory on that. Now, look, listen to me, okay? My theory on that. I know it doesn't sound right, but everybody goes to prepping. They prep. They want to. They want to collect guns. They want to collect ammo. They want to collect food. They want to collect this. They want to collect that. They want to collect everything. And I've done that myself. Back in Oklahoma, I prepped. I used to have about everything I ever needed. I had several guns and all of that stuff. But something I've found out through life is, what God gives you, He can also take it away. And not to mention that, but also you could lose things. You can, certain things can happen. You not have anything. And honestly, if you stop and think about it, if something happens and we all have to go in off grid or whatever else, it's going to happen very, very quickly. So we're not going to have time to prepare. So most of the preparation is just kind of almost pointless at that point. So I think that the one preparation that's not pointless would be the knowledge that you can get knowledge on how, I want the knowledge on how Adobe works perfectly, and how these different ideas work. I've talked to many different people. I talked to everybody about it, and how to actually live off the land, how to actually take God's word for what it is and what it says. And there in Matthew, when he talks about not worrying, or about the birds not worrying about their shelter, or the beasts of the land not worrying about their food or whatever, because He provides for them. The lilies of the valley, He clothes them, so why wouldn't He clothe us? And with taking that as in His word, and also knowing what the word says about
only $5 from the church.
It's $5 from the church. I don't really ever wear anything like that. But
this is nice for your car.
They're nice for the car. They're
to hang in there.
Let me see that one.
Okay. This is Jesus black, they call it.
Could you hit them up so I could actually see that?
Oh.
Oh, that's neat. Those are pretty. You gonna be out here in the parking lot for a little while?
This is nice for your car. Take a look.
You'll be out here in the parking lot for a little bit.
The last one. Just I pass now. I pass. Maybe I want to stay here for 15 minutes.
Okay.
This is the last one. It's a combination black and red. This one.
Black and red. I don't normally do that.
We buy food.
I don't normally do that, but
from the church, we buy food.
I don't normally, but I will this time. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I know.
We need your help to buy food.
It's to buy food for what?
For poor people of the church.
Oh, okay. So you're feeding the hungry out here? Oh, okay. Well, definitely then. I thought it was just.
Thank you. God bless
you. Yes, you're more than welcome. God bless you. You have a wonderful day.
You want the mass is 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Sunday. Okay. No, I don't. I am a firm believer. I just.
Okay.
I don't go to Catholic church. Nothing against it. I just.
Right.
I haven't.
Okay. Thank you. God bless you.
Love you guys. God bless. Well, that was to help out the church that is feeding the hungry. And I do know that the Catholic churches do that quite a bit. I don't really care too much for prayer beads, but that is rather pretty. Look. Rather cool. See, I like that. Instead of asking for help, I'm able to help a little bit. It may not be much. I'll hang that right up there along with my tree of life that I got from up there. That is rather cool. Huh. I don't know if I'd wear that or not. I don't normally wear anything like that. I like cross necklaces, but I wasn't really expecting that one. But Tallywhacker, how are you? Rebecca, how are you? Okay, I missed a few comments here. I said a video on me. All right, Bobby. Yeah, I can't link on the video until after this one. Get books about that. Oh no, guns, just food and first aid. That's why I live near woods. Yes, I do want to prepare with smaller stuff, but at the same time, I want to learn. You know, like you said, for the food. Fine. The food. What about you know, the Bible says in Genesis chapter 1 that he gave all of the seed bearing plants for our use, for our consumption and things, for our food, and the beasts of the land, and therefore and so on and so on. Read it, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. So I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn what it is around me that I can eat. What is it that is native to this area that is actually food? There's cactuses out here that we can eat, and I just learned about that. And I want to learn about that in the wilderness, different places, and learn all of that, because I want to be able to, if something was to happen, and it may never happen, okay, but if something was to happen, I can just say, okay, time to go. And it doesn't matter. I can be out in the middle of the wilderness and I can still survive. And that is the knowledge that God intends on us to have. Isn't that special? What happened? What did I miss? I expected to get back. I mean, the nasty thing back that I had spoken to them, but no. Righteous and serve me. Well, that's Calvin girl. That's because I don't. You can't hold any kind of grudges against anybody. You know, it is what it is. You have to forgive. That's what Jesus meant when he taught about forgiveness. You know, think about a Christian. What is a Christian? A Christian is a person that is trying to be Christ-like. Christian, Christ-like. Okay. Now, you have to ask yourself, what would Jesus do? Very well-known comment, but you have to ask yourself, what would Jesus do? Well, I don't ask myself, what would Jesus do? I ask myself, what did Jesus do? Jesus died on that cross for everybody. The ones that were hollering racket at him, the ones that were stoning him, the ones that were killing him, the ones that were praising him, the ones that he died on that cross for everyone. Now, how are we going to be Christ-like? And how are we going to obtain the forgiveness of the Father if we can't forgive each other? That's what type of person I am, and that's why I'm not going to hold a grudge. But thank you for sharing that. Really don't need to plan anything out. We already have everything under control. The planning out. No, I'm trying to obtain the knowledge. I know when we get out there, I'm gonna be able to run wild with a lot of my ideas. So can't wait for that. We're all planning to going completely. He's like, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by Eastside Cult. I'm hoping that's not anything derogatory here in the chat, because if it is, I'll don't make us have to block. Father also says to give and expect nothing in return. Yes, indeed. Money is the root of all evil. No, the love of money is the root of all evil. But yes, you cannot serve two masters. Exactly. Well, you're more than welcome, traveling girl. Or the Father is giving you. Hold on, I'm gonna skim through some of these. Hold on. You were leaving God's man, we're not bound to. Exactly, yes, Bobby. I'm making or to go forth and sustain the land. Yeah, and it's going to work so much better when there's several people, so everybody has their own things that they're good at. Bobby, with the love of money is rid of all evil. And yes, it is. That's you know, it's hard. That's why you have to understand it. You have to understand where the trouble is with money. Desire of money is yes. Oh, there's been comments deleted. All right, I'm skimming on ahead. I'll be way back. And she's already in getting groceries. I gotta run. Love you guys. I shall talk to y'all here in a little bit. I'll do another live stream here in a little while. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Remember, Jesus loves you. So do I. God bless.